Buying a house is exciting until you realize homeownership costs have jumped 26% in just 4 years. And here's what no one tells you. That mortgage payment and your lender quotes, that's just the beginning. The real cost of owning a home, they can sneak up on you after you sign those papers. I'm Emmett Dempsey, mortgage broker, homeowner, and someone who's helped hundreds of clients figure this stuff out. In this video, I'm breaking down 10 hidden expenses that hit buyers after the deal is done. So let's get into it, because knowing these now could still be thousands later. Everyone talks about down payment, but here's the problem. That's not the number that catches buyers off guard. Let me show you what does. Say you're buying a $400,000 house. You say you're 5% down, you feel good, then bam, find out you need another $12,000 to $20,000 upfront costs just to close. Most people just aren't ready for that. So here's where that money goes. Loan origination fees. And depending on your FICO and loan type, these can range from 0 as high as 3% or so, depending on what type of you're buying. I mean, 3% on a $500,000 loan is $15,000. So shopping for the best mortgage is worth it. Your title insurance, about $2,000 or so. Required, and the state of Florida has set rates, so it's the same everywhere. Your inspections, from $300 to $1,000 or more, depending on mold, radon, sewer, pool, you name it. Moving costs, $1,400 for local moves, over $5,000 if you're crossing state lines. And that spending doesn't just stop after you move in. You need about $2,500 to $5,000 the first year for repairs, paint, window coverings, maybe a surprise HVAC issue. And guess what? Heating and cooling system repairs now average $3,615 nationally. And trust me, you don't want to be without AC in Florida in the summer. It's not fun. So here's a pro tip. Budget an extra 3 to 5% of the purchase price on top of your down payment. And that way, you don't get blindsided like most first-time home buyers for that initial purchase. Now, before we get into the next point, my name is Emmett Dempsey. I'm a mortgage broker and owner of Treasure Coast Mortgage here in Port St. Lucie, Florida. And if you want to learn more about these costs and more, go ahead and click the link in my description for a free spring buyer's guide. If you're looking to buy a home this year, it's got some great information to help answer any questions you may have. Okay, with that out of the way, let's talk more about the hidden cost of buying and owning your home. So, you made it past closing. Congratulations. And here's where the real sticker shock sets in. That mortgage payment, it's often less than half of your actual monthly housing costs. Here is where the rest of your money goes. Property taxes. These can vary a lot, from a low of 0.4% in Alabama to a higher 2.2% in New Jersey. On a $300,000 home, that's a swing between $100 and $550 a month. If you're buying new construction, you can be very careful about property taxes because they can jump very fast and they're based off the land taxes and not your actual taxes. So be careful about buying new construction. Homeowners insurance. The national average is $126 a month, but if you live near hurricanes, fires, or floods, expect to pay way more. And that doesn't include flood insurance, average $708 a year, or earthquake coverage. And in Florida, insurance can be a big cost, so make sure you shop around. HOA fees. It's often hidden in the fine print. You'll understand if you're buying an HOA how much it costs. The average is $309 a month. In some luxury communities, over $1,000. Wow. And yes, they can foreclose if you don't pay. Those utilities. The average about $429 a month, but in high cost cities, it can be double. And people moving from apartments where utilities were often included, be aware of this because it's a charge you haven't had to account for. PMI, or private mortgage insurance. I mean, if you put down less than 20%, you're likely paying $112 to $375 a month, and it doesn't benefit you, protects the lender. All in these can double your expected payment. That $2,200 a month mortgage could become $4,000 a month real fast. Okay, you've handled the monthly bills, you're cruising along until the big ticket stuff fails. And this is where homeowners panic. Okay, let's talk about timelines. Your roof, about 15 to 25 years. The cost, about $10,000 to $25,000. HVAC, 10 to 15 years, $5,000 to $12,000 to replace. Usually fails during a heat wave or a cold snap because, of course it does. For your water heater, 8 to 12 years. Replacing about $1,000, about almost $2,000, plus water damage if it leaks. And in Florida, for the best insurance rates, many carriers ask that they be within 2 years. I know we had to replace all of ours, to plan accordingly. Appliances, 8 to 15 years. Replacing a fridge, stove, washer, dryer, easily $6,000. Foundation issues, minor repairs can be $4,000 to $5,000. Major ones, over $15,000. And even paint adds up. The interior, about $3,000 to $6,000. Exterior, $5,000 to $10,000 every 7 to 10 years. And all this, it happens faster in older homes. I mean, that charming 1920s bungalow equals likely to need $5,000 to $10,000 more in maintenance. Okay, what's the best practice? You set aside 1 to 4% of your home's value annually for repairs. That's $3,000 to $12,000 a year on a $300,000 home. And I recommend a separate home maintenance fund, just like your emergency fund, set aside for these emergencies. Look, buying a home is a big move, emotionally and financially. And it's not just about having enough money in the bank. It's about knowing what's coming next. Because the stress doesn't stop once your offer's accepted. So go ahead and watch this video here. It breaks down exactly what happens after you apply, step by step, so you're not guessing your way to the closing table. And if you're the kind of home buyer who wants to stay ahead of the curve, not behind it, watch that next. And if you want weekly, real-world advice to help you buy smarter, go ahead and subscribe. I've got you, and I'll see you on the next one.